Clearly, we're very happy and pleased with with maintaining the majority that we held in the Senate and the numbers that we held. We're very happy and pleased with the reelection of our two Supreme Court justices in an overwhelming fashion. As I stated, Maureen O'Connor won all 88 counties, which she did not do 6 years ago, and Justice Stratton won in 86 counties in what were very important races for us, and big wins for us as a party. In a very difficult environment, we held on to 8 incumbent members of Congress. I know the issues, and maybe 9 offices. I know that's going to be an issue of discussion here before we get done. Our attorney general candidate, despite having less than 3 months to put a campaign together, despite being running against an incumbent statewide office holder who has run for office 9 times over the last 18 years, despite running against a candidate who had nearly $2 million in the bank, Mike Kreitz was able to amass a campaign and win nearly half the counties in the state. And so we're certainly proud of what Mike was able to do over that time. We're certainly appreciative of his efforts and his willingness to step up and help the party. Finally, I think from an internal standpoint here at the party, I want to tell you that we think our voter contact programs worked extremely well. When you look at the sheer number of volunteers that we had, essentially combining the McCain volunteers with the typical GOP volunteer that was helpful to President Bush in 2000 and 2004, it created a huge army of volunteers that really did an outstanding job of doing voter identification phone calls and ultimately GOTV calls and contacts over the last few days of the election. The numbers that we amassed were things that were larger than were expected by the campaign and the RNC. It was part of the largest, most aggressive GOTV effort ever undertaken by a Republican party on behalf of a Republican candidate for president, anytime, anywhere, any state. And when you look at the results, we were 50 to 75% higher in daily activity than on the same days in 2004. And during the last final push, we knocked on better than 250,000 doors and made better than 1.5 million direct voter contacts through the phone the last 5 days. And so, while the election did not turn out the way we wanted at the top of the ticket, we certainly think that the GOTV effort, that what we call the victory programs, were firing on all cylinders, were far outpacing expectations for the McCain campaign and the National Party, far exceeding states like Florida, which had double the resources and double the volunteers. And so we feel good about those efforts. And we were able to infuse something for future campaigns. We were able to infuse technology. We were able to use voice over internet protocol telephones that simplified the process, that allowed our volunteers to gather information from the voters and ultimately plug that into the telephone as they were on the phone with the voter, and have that go back to our massive voter file in a way that the information was available and up to date and up to speed for immediate micro-targeting and GOTV efforts. And so we think the grassroots operation of the party is very strong, and it is a key component of winning back the ground that we lost this year and 2 years ago, and we look forward to replicating that or exceeding it and improving it come 2010.